front of the sensor board, we have the filter slider. This is a filter slider similar to what we have in the Alexa Mini LF, and the filter slider has 4 positions. The first one is 4, then an 6, and 1.2, and 1.3. On the front of the camera here, we also have a number of connectors, starting with an LBUS connector here at the bottom, another LBUS connector on the LPL mount, a serial connector that can take the signals of distance measuring devices, and a viewfinder connector that connects, of course, to the viewfinder, and we're using the MUF2, the same viewfinder that the Mini LF also uses. This is great because you use the same controls you're already familiar with, and you use the same familiar infrastructure. However, there are some new things. For instance, the viewfinder, once it's on the Alexa 35, now show an HDR image in the eyepiece, and there are some new menu commands. I'll show you some of my favorite ones here. For instance, when I switch to some lists, you get an extra info panel that gives you extra information about what you're choosing. So here I'm in the exposure index panel, I get some extra information, and then I can also switch to the sensor mode panel. And there I get extra information about the sensor mode I may change now. And I can also switch into the recording resolution. And there I also get extra information about what recording resolution I want to change to. This is very, very useful on the set when you're wondering, should I do this, should I not do this, get extra information. It's having like a little airy product manager right next to whispering useful information in your ear. Moving on to the left side of the camera, the most obvious thing is the new left side display. This is great when you work in a situation where you can't use the viewfinder and the menu on the viewfinder. For instance, when the camera's on the Trinity, on a steady cam, on an easy rig, a drone, a crane, or in an underwater housing. This screen has 3 settings. There's a home screen, an info screen, and a settings screen. And there's also a very cool screensaver that shows you what you need for the media set. Below this, we have the media bay that accepts either the existing 1 terabyte codex compact drives or the new high-speed 2 terabyte compact drives. The new drives, the Alexa also compatible with the media, and in the Alexa 35 they allow higher frames per second than the 1 terabyte drives. So the camera can record in regular recording or in pre-recording. There are 19 recording formats available that include time and money savers like in-camera downsampling or in-camera desyncs. So any production will find just the right recording format for their needs. Here's a list of all the recording formats. If you want to know more about the recording formats, there's another area Tech Talk that provides more details about all the recording formats. Let's move on to the right side of the camera, which we have here, and there are 2 rows of connectors here. Starting with the second viewfinder connector that you can either plug the viewfinder in or a future accessory we may come out with in the future. Then there is an SDI output that works at 1.5G, 3G, 6G, or 12G, and is completely independent from the other SDI output, which is down here, SDI2, also 1.5 to 12G, independent of the first one, and the second one must be switched to a Between these 2, there's a sync-in, which is a general in, it's an analog black hole, it's a tri-level signal, and then we have the same time connector that you have on the Mini LF, so the sync cables will work. At the top of the second row of connectors, we have the ECS antenna that allows the camera to communicate out of the box with the Hi-5, the WC4, or the SX1. And below that, we have 2 accessory power outs. There's a 24-volt accessory power out and a 12-volt. Below that is the audio connector, which is the same connector as on Mini LF, so the same cables can be used. It has 2 line outputs and 12-volt accessory power out. And below that, we have an connector that means Ethernet, and it's used for service or for the web remote, or, and this is a brand new feature, this is for VCL introductions, also known as virtual studios or LED walls, and this metadata includes all relevant phone-based lens camera information. The metadata is received on the other end in on your engine by various light-lane metadata. For the control in the front, the remote buttons, very, very useful, and behind the connector side, there's extra scratch-resistant foils that work better than the camera side here, so they stack. and there are two inputs. Here's a connector, and then we have the battery input on the back. If you want to know what the status is, there are two LEDs. One is here and one is here. That can very quickly show you what the status of the power input is. Now, going to the back of the camera, we have two Wi-Fi antennas here. They're designed for either third-party apps, or the Revvl mode, or the Area Camera Companion app, which is an iPhone or iPad app that can remotely control the camera. And below that, we have an interface that contains battery adapters. We, of course, have a non-battery adapter, but there are also battery adapters available at Revvl, Hogwarts, or SWX for their 24-volt. The battery mount, as you can see, every camera mounts directly to the camera, so the battery can also mount directly to the camera, which makes it very complex. Which has to have the battery on the D-back on the back, that makes the whole camera completely wire. At the same interface, we can also install two electronic accessories. The electronic accessories include the power distribution module or the audio extension module, and they, as well as the mechanical support items for this camera, are explained in detail in another area. So, as you can see, we've gone to great lengths to ensure fast and easy operation of this camera on set. Thank you very much for watching.
Our lovely couple will now share their renewed vows. You're sexy. We're going hands-on at Cinegear 2020 with the Alexa 35.
This is a Cinedy cameras video supported by PNH and CDP.
Alright, so here's the Alexa 35 body itself. Obviously you have the viewfinder. Right here you have various customizable button options if you've ever used a Mini or a Mini LF. This is going to feel familiar to you, but honestly compared to the Mini it's about non-scientific 20%, 30% larger. I love this little side menu here that's on the operator side of the camera. Thank you for control freaks like myself. And I mean it's just, you know, it feels like with all Airy products, it feels like it's built on a tank like this. So media's going to be here, power button right above media part slots. And then I'm going to pan the camera around. You can see some of the power distribution options here on the side. So there's two different versions of this module right here. Between them, and we have two options here. They're all various 3-pin LEMO. Let's see, you have SDI1, sync in, SDI2, time code, all kind of buried behind this side page right here. And you have even a few other input options here, as well as some more customizable buttons that go all the way up to 9 on the side. So, oh, and then of course we have the Airy LPL mount in there right now. Very easy to adapt other things like, of course, VL. So there you have it. There's a quick tour of the body of the Airy Alexa 35. So the new Alexa 35 has this deceptively simple side mount. It's actually on the operator side of the camera, which I love. Single button press gets you into various menu settings. So double button press gets you into different frame rate options. 23.9H, you got fixed 24 frames per second, up to 120. Obviously, all the shutter angles you know and love. ISO. You can switch ND on the side here, all the way from 0.6 to 1.8. Obviously, you have the white balance settings, and at the top, you toggle between various menus here. So you can see we're recording 4K 60 by 9. So you can see you have media in the camera, power, you can see in both volts and then just time left on your battery. So for such an incredible camera in terms of the images that you're getting out of it, it's great that you have a menu that, I just saw this camera.
Using the Revvl Alexa 35 output.
There's some bigger.
What to see in Paris, France.
Sure, here's some videos. With Amex Platinum, you have access to more than 1,400 countries globally, including the Citra.
3 minutes.
Stay with us till the very end, as we're about to share some exclusive tips and hidden gems that will turn your Paris journey into an epic tale. And hey, if you're hungry for more travel itineraries like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what we've got lined up. Ready to dive into the magic of Paris? Let's get started. Best time to visit Paris is during the spring, March to June, and fall, September to November, when the weather is mild and the city is less crowded. Summer is also popular, but expect larger crowds and higher prices. It offers a unique charm with festive decorations and fewer tourists. And you get quite cold. Paris airport tips. Flying to Charles de Gaulle Airport, the primary gateway to Paris, plan to arrive with ample time to navigate this bustling hub. The RERV train offers a convenient, cost-effective way to get to the city center, with a one-way trip costing about $12. Alternatively, taxis are available for pricing where to stay in Paris. For a quintessential Parisian experience, the Ray District is up here, boutique hotels, charming restaurants, with $300 USD per night, offering a blend of historic charm and consider staying in the Saint-Germain-des-Prés area where that scale becomes average to other cities, surrounded by high-end shops. Prepare Paris. How to get around Paris? Paris, the city of light, boasts an excellent public transportation system, including the metro, buses, and trains, and allows you to explore the city for an immersive experience. Rent a bicycle, sit beside a sharing system, and one of 6 in the city. For limited travel, consider the Paris visit. Costs less for a 4-day pass, and provides unlimited.
Sardines.